day and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to today's education based Indiana High School Athletic Association Varsity Boys Baseball. This radio coverage is made possible through audiosportsonline.net. That's ASO. That's Rob Kendall. Rob Kendall, you'll see him. Actually, you'll hear him. And if you tune in, you'll see him every weekday, 10 to noon, and you can access his show by going to Rob Kendall. That's DALL. That's robkendallshow.com. You'll enjoy Rob. And we'll mention we are here at Riverton Park. What a beautiful field. It's got chlorophyll. The grass is green. The dirt is nice. And both teams have taken infield outfield practice. We're going to have two officials, two umpires on the system today, and they're getting ready to have the coaches meeting at home plate. They're playing some good music. Little John Fogerty, little Ozzy Osbourne. I tell you what, they're sounding good. And while they get ready, we'll mention a little bit about each school. First, we'll mention a little bit about the Riverton Park Panthers. Riverton Park Panthers, their school was founded in 1986. They have a school enrollment of 320. They're in Class 1A, Sectional 53. There are six in their sectional. Alphabetically, they are the Attica Red Ramblers, Covington Trojans, Faith Christian Eagles, Fountain Central Mustangs, North Vermilion Falcons, and Riverton Park, the Panthers. We'll mention the principal at Riverton Park High School is Kyle Kersey. The athletic director is Charlie Martin. And we thank you for listening. We'll also mention Riverton Park High School is located at 4907 South Coxville Road. That's in Montezuma, Indiana. Yes, the shores of Montezuma, a little Gomer Pyle. I used to watch that show a lot. Montezuma, Indiana, 47862. You can dial them by telephone by dialing 765 569 2045. On the website, it is SW Park with an E on the end, .k12.in.us /O/athletics. There were the collars, navy, burgundy, and white. They perform in the Wabash River Conference. Wabash River Conference, they are made up of 8 teams, and they are Park Heritage, Seeger, North Vermilion, Riverton Park, Fountain Central, Covington, Attica, South Vermilion. Riverton Park High School, we'll mention their baseball team, currently 4-3 on the season. They got a shot. They started right out of the gate with an 0-3 record. Since then, they've won 4 in a row. That's Riverton Park. Their head coach is Charlie Martin. I do appreciate him. He is also the athletic director. He makes things nice. And we'll also mention the next game on the agenda for Riverton Park. It's going to happen this Wednesday, a 5:30 start. Riverton Park will be at Sullivan. That will be a non-conference game. Now we'll talk a little bit about the Lafayette Central Catholic Knights. Central Catholic Knights, they have a school enrollment of 302. And we'll mention their school was founded in 1956. They're in Class 2A, Sectional 37. There are 7 in that sectional, and the sectional will be played at North Montgomery High School. In their sectional, Benton Central Bison. They will be the opponent tomorrow for Central Catholic. Delphi Oracles, Lafayette Central Catholic Knights, North Montgomery Chargers, Rensselaer Central Bombers, Seeger Patriots, Western Boone Stars. The athletic director at Central Catholic High School is Tim Bourdonnais. The assistant athletic director is Charlie Roberts, and the athletic trainer is Sarah Igo. We'll mention Lafayette Central Catholic High School is located at 2410 South 9th Street, Lafayette, Indiana, 47909. Dial them by telephone by dialing 765 474 2496. On the west, you should say their color scheme at Central Catholic is navy blue and white. They will perform in the Hoosier Athletic Conference. There are 9 teams in the Hoosier Athletic Conference. They have a West Division. I think the other one's the East Division. We'll mention in the West Division, it's Central Catholic, Twin Lakes, Benton Central, Rensselaer Central. In the East, 5 teams: Logansport, Hamilton Heights, Tipton, West Lafayette, Western. We'll mention the Central Catholic Knights are currently 3 wins, 1 loss on the season. They are 1-1 in the Hoosier Conference West Division. The head coach of Central Catholic is Mr. Tim Bourdonnais. Tim Bourdonnais is a 1987 graduate from Central Catholic High School. And as mentioned, the next game on the agenda for Central Catholic going to happen tomorrow, Tuesday, 6 o'clock start. It'll be Central Catholic at Benton Central. Do battle with the Bison. That'll be game 1 of a 2-game set. The second game to happen on Wednesday, the 15th. And that will be at Central Catholic, still a 6 o'clock start time. So both coaches are at the coaches meeting right now. They're at home plate. They're talking it over, getting ready for some baseball. And while we have a minute, I want to mention this. I tell you what, Kent Benson, a lot of you know him from 1976 IU undefeated season. I was fortunate. I became friends with him about 10 years ago. I did an interview with him about a month ago. It was 22 minutes. If you want that interview, I will send it to you, or you can get it from Coach Fred Rogers. Fred Rogers told me today he really enjoyed the interview. So if you're listening to this and you want the interview, either talk to me or talk to him, and that'll be good. We'll mention they're putting together a legacy initiative. Former Indiana University basketball players Bobby Wilkerson, he wore number 20. Benson wore number 54. They are working together and blending their efforts to promote the IU 76 Team Legacy Initiative, celebrating the 50th anniversary of Indiana's undefeated basketball season. A truly historic moment. They still hold the record, and we'll mention supporting this campaign helps honor a standard of excellence and keeps that proud legacy alive through events, media, and outreach. They've set up a GoFundMe account. It's all for the 76 team. And if you want to tune in and you want to donate, here's the address. It is GoFund.me, GoFund.me / B as in Bob, C as in cat, the number 32, D as in dog, 9, B as in Bob, D as in dog, and then the number 8. I'll say that again. It's GoFundMe, but they got a dot between the fund and the me. So GoFund.me / BC32D9BD, and then the number 8. The 1976 IU men's basketball team is still the last undefeated team, national champion in men's NCAA Division I college basketball. So check that out. Just at least go and look at the address, gofund.me / BC32D9BD8. Check that out. At least look at the website and you'll get some more information there. So they're getting ready for they're delivering the lineups right now. Public address right up top. Doing a fine job. He's playing the music. He's picking the music. He's playing the music here at Riverton Park. They're mentioning the lineup for the Knights, the batting order. Knights will bat first. They are the visiting team. And they'll bat first on the scoreboard. Riverton Park going to bat second. And then I did have that messed up on Saturday. But they're getting ready for baseball here. So we'll go ahead and let you know a little bit about starting lineup. First, for the Lafayette Central Catholic Knights, they're going to bat like this. Batting first, number 12, Alex Schumer. He'll play third base. Batting second, wearing number 3, that's L.J. Whitford. He'll play second base. Batting third, number 34, Isaiah Hopkins. He's going to be the DH today. He will bat in place of the pitcher. Going to get his first bit of action tonight. That's Vince Talenko. Vince Palenko wears number 31 this year. Last year, he wore 25. Batting fourth, number 11, he'll play shortstop. That's Mikey Stapleton. Batting fifth, number 30. He'll play first base. Gus Sandberg. Gus Sandberg went the distance. Saturday did not walk a batter. And we'll also mention that batting sixth in the lineup today, number 21, Caden Keller. He'll play right field. Batting seventh, number 41, Brennan Van Kirk. He'll play left field. Batting eighth, number 5, Colton Minnick. He'll play center field. And batting ninth, number 7, it'll be Cooper Renback. He'll do the catching. So they're lined up right there on the lines. We're getting ready for the national anthem. He's going to ask everybody to stand at attention. And we're going to have our national anthem. We'll set this down. Our national anthem, that was Memorex, always sounds good. We'll mention the umpires today. They're going to wear the dark blue. That is customary for high school. That is Indiana, I should say, Indiana high school baseball. They want you to wear dark blue. They're not wearing long sleeves. They're both wearing short sleeves. The weatherman said 80 degrees for today. It's probably around there right now. And they're saying 81 tomorrow and high 70s. Pretty much the rest of the week. But then they're saying on Sunday, we're going to see 58 degrees for a high. Somebody else told me today that maybe after that, Monday or so, it's going to be 31 for a high. We'll hope he's not correct. So they're getting ready to bat right now. They're going to work around the diamond. We'll mention Riverton Parke. Going to pitch a left-handed batter. Left-handed batter, Derek Collum. Derek Collum going to wear number 17. We'll mention Derek Collum on the season has 5 2/3 innings under his belt. We'll mention he's got a record of 1 win, 1 loss. He's given up 6 hits, 6 runs. All 6 runs were earned. He has walked 6 batters. He has struck out 8. And we'll mention this is appearance number 3. And we'll mention on the hill right there is Derek Collum. So he has a complete game this season, Derek Collum. Let me take that back. He does not. 2 other pitchers on their staff does have a complete game. 2 guys do. And we'll talk about them should they pitch in this game. But if they don't pitch, we'll not bring them up. So they're getting ready to bat. We'll mention around the infield for Riverton Parke. Doing the catching is Bruce Landis. He'll wear number 18. At first base, number 13, Mark McDonald. At second base, number 2, Trent Crowder. At shortstop, number 1, Eli Roberts. And at third base, it's number 10, Jackson Weil. In left field, number 24, Jackson, that's Jackson Blevins. In center field, number 14, Colette Sanders. And in right field, number 3, Blake Todd. So they're getting some warm-up tosses right now. Getting ready to bat for the night. It's going to be Alex Schumer. Pretty good venture down here, but fun. I tell you what, the scenic routes. I saw a lot of stuff. I will mention going through Avon was a nightmare. They've got single lane traffic for most of the area. It was not fun. There's a lot of guys working on the roads, but they need jobs too. So I'm not complaining too much, but I think I'm going to take 75, go back north off of 36, go to Thorntown, and take a look at Robin's Nest. So stepping in, going to be Alex Schumer. 606 on the wristwatch. Left-handed pitcher going to work from the stretch. Primarily, he's a relief pitcher. Going to get some action here today. First pitch comes in low, outside, ball one. One ball, no strikes. Alex Schumer, the batter for the Knights. Knights are wearing the gray uniforms. They've got blue numerals. They're wearing the striped dark blue socks. Here comes a second pitch from Column. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Nicely placed breaking pitch. Left-handed pitcher going against the left-handed Alex Schumer. Count goes 1-1. One ball, one strike. Working out a stretch, the set position. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, be a shot, base hit to left field. It's going to bounce once into the glove of Jackson Blevins. And getting aboard, first batter in the ballgame for the Knights is Alex Schumer. So stepping to the plate, going to be L.J. Whitford. He'll shake hands with the home plate umpire. Nothing wrong with that. So he's looking at signals outside the box. Coach Bortney giving some signals. Right-handed batter, L.J. Whitford. He's going to play second base in this ball game. He's been jigging, jacking back and forth with Mikey Stapleton. They're getting loose. Out of the set position, checks first. Here comes the pitch. Inside a ball. The runner at first base is Alex Schumer. Got a base hit to left field. He went the other way with it. And in the batter's box now, the two-hitter for the Knights, L.J. Whitford. Where's number 3? So some signals given. He'll step back in, working from a stretch. Now the set. Here comes the pitch. Pitch comes in, inside edge. Strike called. Taking off for second base. Going to steal second. Ball's going to get a little bit loose. Going to end up in shallow right center field. And it's going to be picked up by the left fielder. He'll toss it in. Alex Schumer has a stolen base. He's at second base now. So timeout on the diamond. Coach Bortney having some words with L.J. Whitford. Pats him on the backside. Whitford going to step back in. So one ball, one strike. Working from the stretch. Derek Column, here's the pitch. Swung on, he'll take one to the left field. It's going to get a lot of it. It's going to go out of here. Down the left field line, home run, L.J. Whitford. Here's a fastball. He got it up, and he took it out. Home run to left field. I will say left field. 283 feet down the left field line. And same with the right field line. So not real deep here. Back when I played, it was 300 and 300 down the lines. And L.J. Whitford cleared the fence pretty well there. It's a 2-0 contest. So next batter going to step in for the Knights is going to be number 34, Isaiah Hopkins. Coach Bortney giving him a breather today from behind the dish, but he's going to bat Mr. Hopkins in his same third spot position in the line. So he's the DH. He's batting for the pitcher, Vince Talenko. Out of the set, working from the stretch, first pitch to Hopkins. Breaking pitch, misses low, ball one. One ball, no strikes. Top of the first inning. Knights have 2 runs in. L.J. Whitford went to left field. Took it out of here. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball. Third base. It's going to be a base hit. Going to get over the bag right down the third base line. And Isaiah Hopkins rounded first. Looked like he wanted to go to second. I should say Coach Bortney Jr. I should say. A.J. Bortney holding him up. So Isaiah Hopkins is at first base. Next batter going to step in for the Knights. Going to be number 11, Mikey Stapleton. Stapleton, a right-handed batter. Going to face Derek Column. Column peering in, looking at signals. Now out of the stretch. Now the set. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, shortstop. Going to be glove there. He'll go to second base. They'll get the force out at second. And there's one out on the diamond. That was Eli Roberts, flipped it over to Trent Crowder for the first out here in the top of the first. That's going to be a fielder's choice off the bat of Mikey Stapleton. He's at first base now. Stepping into bat for Central Catholic, going to be the 5-hitter, number 30, Gus Sandberg. Gus Sandberg playing first base in today's ball game. Working from the stretch. Now the set. He'll check first. He'll step off the back, make no throw. Mikey will get back on the bag. Modest lead at first base for Mikey Stapleton. Working out a stretch. Now it's sad. Checks first base again. Here comes the pitch to Sandberg. High and away. He's going to wave at it, try to protect the runner, and does so as Mikey Stapleton slides in safe at second base. So he gives up a strike. Count goes 0-1 to Sandberg. Runner at second base, Mikey Stapleton. Top of the first inning, 1 out on the diamond. Working out a stretch. Now the set. He'll check second base. Here's the pitch from Collins. Pitch comes in, a ball inside, a breaking pitch, finished inside and low. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, top of the first. Nice batting. Out of set. Column checks second base. Checks it again. A third time, here's the pitch. Pitch comes in high and outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. In the batter's box, Gus Sandberg. Working from the stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch from Column. Low for ball 3. Count goes 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Mikey Stapleton, the lone base runner. He's at second base. Peering in, looking at Stapleton. Out of the set position, Derek Collum. Looks at second a couple of times. Here's the pitch. 3-1 pitch, and he's going to pop it up skyward. Got a lot of air under it going down to third base. Called for by the shortstop, and he couldn't make the catch. Off the butt of his glove there. Sun is shining. Couldn't quite bring it in. So it's going to be a reached on air at first base for Gus Sandberg. Mikey Stapleton stays put at second base. So with 1 out, stepping into bat for the night, six hitter number 21, Caden Keller. He's playing right field in today's ball game. Alice said, pickoff move. Thought about a move at second. Nobody there. Just trying to keep him close. Column looks Mikey Stapleton back to second. Working out a stretch. Now the set position. Looks at second again. First pitch to Column. Taking off for third base, Mikey Stapleton. He'll steal the base out. Ball gets by the catcher. They're going to throw it home plate, and they're going to say, double check there. Didn't see a hand motion. He's out at home plate. Nice throw. Nice toss. Back to home plate to the pitcher. Column tags him out. Bruce Landis, the catcher, does a good play there. There's 2 outs. The left-handed batter still in the batter's box. 21, Caden Keller. Out of the set. 2 outs in the inning. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Left-handed batter, Caden Keller. Caden Keller hit the ball well on Saturday, but all of them were caught in the glove. 2 in right field and 1 center field. Here comes the pitch. High for ball 2. Count goes 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner at second base for the Knights is Gus Sandberg. Gus Sandberg at second, working from the stretch. Now the set. Derek Collum. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball. Second base. When he fielded, he'll flip it to first base. Credit that play. Trent Crowder to first base. Mark McDonald. And the Knights are sat down in the top of the first. So the Knights get set down. The Riverton Parke Panthers are going to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. And in their lineup, we'll mention their batting order. Batting first, number 10, Jackson Weil. Jackson Weil, third baseman. He has some great stats. We'll get to the stats on the second time around in the lineup. Batting second, number 3, Blake Todd. He's the right fielder. Batting third, number 1, Eli Roberts. He's the shortstop. Batting fourth, number 17, Derek Collum. He's doing the pitching. Batting fifth, number 18, Bruce Landis. He is the catcher. Batting sixth, number 14, Colette Sanders. He is the center fielder. Batting seventh, number 24, Jackson Blevins. He's playing left field. Batting eighth, number 13, Mark McDonald. He's playing first base. And batting ninth, number 2, the second baseman, Trent Crowder. Knights on the hill today, getting the pitching in today. First time at the pitcher's rubber this season is Vince Telenko. I did mention Telenko's wearing number 31. Last year, he did wear 25. Nothing wrong with that. But he's getting some warm up tosses, and we'll mention around the diamond for the Knights. The catcher is Cooper Renback. He wears number 7. At first base, number 30, Gus Sandberg. At second base, number 3, L.J. Whitford. At shortstop, number 11, Mikey Stapleton. At third base, number 12, it's Alex Schumer. In left field, number 41, Brennan Van Kirk. In center field, number 5, Colton Minnick. And in right field, number 21, Hayden Keller. So they're going to throw one down, getting ready to play the bottom of the second inning. We are at Riverton Park. If you didn't know, Parke Heritage. Parke Heritage this year. They won the state in Class 2A. They won the state in Class 2A. I believe they were 27-4 on the season. And they did lose to 4, count them, 4 different 4A schools. So it's a pretty good accomplishment in its own right. They defeated Westview. Westview in the final game, I believe it's 57-56. Westview finished the season 27-2. Westview lost their Westview lost their second game of the season and their last game, state championship game right there at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, to Parke Heritage. 57-56 Parke Heritage. Going to have to move up a class next year. They'll be in 3A. Stepping into bat, Jackson Weil for Riverton Park. He wears number 10. First pitch from Telenko. Fastball crosses the plate, strike called. Jackson Weil wearing some high intensity green shoes and green batting gloves. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch. In there for a strike. Count goes 0-2. Weil. Jackson Weil. He's a junior class member, 6'2", 170. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball. Be fielded by shortstop Mikey Stapleton in the hole. He'll throw to first base, and he's safe at first. That was about his best play you could make without getting the out. So it's going to be an infield hit off the bat of Jackson Weil. So second batter in the lineup going to be number 3, Blake Todd. Blake Todd, right fielder. Blake Todd, he's a senior class member. He plays outfield and second base. So we'll step in, right-handed batter. Here and in, looking at signals out of the stretch. Vince Telenko. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball back to the screen. No balls, 1 strike. Early going, bottom of the first inning. Let's step back in, right-handed batter. Here and in, looking at signals. Modest lead at first base for Jackson Weil. Pickoff move. Nonchalant. Toss it over to Sandberg. Sandberg, no tag apply, throws it back to Telenko. Right-handed batter in the box, that's Blake Todd. Blake Todd, the right fielder. Out of set. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, going to pop it up. It's on the infield. Be called for by second baseman L.J. Whitford. He'll catch it near the back of the dirt, almost to the grass. There's 1 out. So 1 out on the diamond. Next batter going to step in. 3-hitter number 1, Eli Roberts. Eli Roberts is a shortstop. He's a junior class member. He plays middle infield positions. Tonight, he's a shortstop. Right-handed batter, a little bit of an open stance. Runner at first base. Here comes the pitch, taken off for first. He's going to try to steal second base. Run back throw. Not on target. Going to be safe anyway. At first base. They pretty much had the base stolen. He took off, got a good jump. So at second base now in scoring position is Jackson Weil. Jackson Weil at second base. There's an 0-1 count. Right now to the 3-hitter number 1, Eli Roberts. Here and in, looking at signal, out of the stretch. Now the set position. Looks at second base. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, high and away. Ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Right-handed batter's box. He looks at third base coach Charlie Martin. Charlie Martin, no signals given. Working out a stretch, now the set. Check second base. Here comes the pitch. Pitch comes in fastball outside half. Strike called. Timeout called by Cooper Renback. They allow him one of those trips per inning. So he'll walk back behind the dish. One ball, two strikes. There's one out. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Excuse me, bottom of the first inning. A beautiful day to play baseball. Here and in, look at the signals. Out of stretch. Now the set position. He'll look at second base. Here's the pitch. Pitch comes in high and away for ball two. Count goes even. Two balls, two strikes, one out. Stepping back in, right-handed batter Eli Roberts. Here and in, looking at signals. Vince Talenko. His name is Vincent. We'll go by Vince today. Swung on, going to be a fly ball to left field. Going to be right there to make the catch. This is Van Kirk. And he throws it back into second base, but getting back safely. Tag up is Jackson Wild. So two outs on the diamond. Stepping into bat, we're going to see the four-hitter. Derek Collum, he's doing the pitching in today's ball game. Left-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. Derek Collum wears number 17. He's a member of the junior class. Out the set is Palenko. Here's the pitch. It's set up outside to hit the glove, but it's a ball outside. One ball, no strikes. Derek Collum, four-hitter in the batter's box. Runner in scoring position at second base for the Panthers. Out of set position, checks second. Checks it again. Here's the pitch from Talenko. Swung on, swing and a miss. Healthy cut. Count goes 1-1 to Derek Collum. Four-hitter for the Riverton Parke Panthers. We were here, I should say I was here 2 years ago. I like the environment. The environment is settled. Out of the set position, here comes the pitch. Swung on, going to be a base hit. Right field over the first baseman's head. That was Gus Sandberg. Rounding third base. The throw is going to come in and be cut off by Sandberg. No throw to the plate. It's going to be an RBI single off the bat of Derek Collum as he helps himself as the pitcher. So next batter going to step in. We're going to see number 18, 5, where he's fifth in the order. Courtesy runner going to run for the pitcher, Derek Collum. In the ball game, we're going to see number 22, Brody McConnell. He's a junior class member, 5'10", 170. He'll be the courtesy runner, at least for the moment, for Derek Collum. So one aboard at first base is McConnell. In the batter's box, right-handed batter, number 18, Bruce Landon. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball. In the hole, it's caught by shortstop. That was Mikey Stapleton. He made a throw to first. It was on target, but not quite on time. But a pretty good effort. And going to be an infield hit off the bat of Bruce Landis. So stepping in, two aboard, first and second base for Riverton Parke. In the batter's box, six-hitter number 14, Colette Sanders, right-handed batter. Out of the set, Talenko. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch. He's going to pop it up. Outfield, shallow. It might be called, going to be called by the center fielder, and that's Colton Minnick. Colton Minnick makes the catch, and the Panthers pick up one run here in the bottom of the first inning. After one inning of play, Central Catholic 2, Riverton Parke 1. And we do want to let you know this game is in part being brought to you by Lisa Stokes Bear. Lisa Stokes Bear, that's Century 21. You can let Lisa look or let Lisa list. Lisa specializes in residential and corporate relocations. And Lisa now does complimentary staging. If you're not sure what that is, that means she'll list your house. She'll show up quickly. She'll clean the inside of your house. She'll make it look nice on the outside. And you'll think that it came right out of a magazine. And that will help to sell your home quicker. She's a good working lady. She's been over 25 years at Century 21. And she aims to please. Lisa will help you sell your home quicker. To contact Lisa Stokes Bear by phone or by text message, you can reach her by dialing 317 513 4086. Again, her number is 317 513 4086. That's Lisa Stokes Bear. She won't mind to get a call from Tippecanoe Valley or Parke County. I should say Tippecanoe County. I think I said the same thing Saturday, but Tippecanoe County or Parke County. If she can't help you, she'll help you get the job done. So they're taking some warm-up tosses once again. Back out on the hill is Derek Collum. Derek Collum wears number 17. Derek Collum will mention he is listed as a left-handed pitcher. He is also a first baseman. So he's working from the stretch. My son told me a few years ago, he said, Dad, that means that the pitcher's working from a stretch. There's nobody on base. Primarily, he is thought of as a relief pitcher. That's why he's practicing from the stretch with nobody on base. So that made sense. My son knows quite a bit more than me. He was a 4.0. I wasn't even going to try to be a 4.0. So they're getting some final warm-up tosses. They're going to throw it to second base. Nice throw at second base by Bruce Landon. So stepping into bat for Central Catholic, it's going to be number 41. Stepping in, 41 left fielder, 7 hitter. Brennan Van Kirk last 2 times at bat on Saturday. They're in Gary, Indiana. He got himself aboard. The second time was a pretty special time to get aboard. We're now the stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. Inside and low, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Early going. We're in the top of the second inning. It's a 2-1 game. Central Catholic got 2 in the first. Riverton Parke got 1. Here comes the pitch. Low for ball 2. Short hops the glove. Nice stop by Bruce Landis. Count goes 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. A beautiful view here. Nice scoreboard out there in right field. Riverton Park. Out of the set, here comes the 2-0 pitch. Swung on, I should say, lets it go by. Strike called. Count goes 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Right-handed batter. It's number 41. Brennan Van Kirk. 6'3", 180. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, swing and a miss. Count goes even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On deck is Colton Minnick. 2-2 count, I should say. 2-2 count to Brennan. Out of the set position. Here comes a pitch from Collum. Swung on, ground ball, shortstop. He'll gator it to throw across the diamond, and they'll get the put out. That's Eli Roberts across the diamond to Mark McDonald. There is 1 out. 1 out here in the top of the second inning. The next batter going to step in. It's going to be number 5, Colton Minnick. Colton Minnick batting in the 8th spot today. He's a center fielder in today's ball game. Working out a stretch, now the set position. Derek Collum, here comes the pitch. Low and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Quite a few fans on hand here, both sides of the field. We're going to the set position. Here comes a pitch from Collum. Swung on, swing and a miss. Healthy cut. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the second inning. We're at Riverton Park. It is a rural setting, but it is beautiful. Here comes the pitch. It'll be a hit by pitch. Going to get him in the box. He flinched, and now he'll jog to first base. Number 5, Colton Minnick. He gets hit by pitch for the first time this season. So next batter going to step in for the nice 9-hitter. Number 7, the catcher, Cooper Renback. He'll step in. Runner aboard at first base is Colton Minnick, working from the stretch. Now the set position. Derek Collum, here's the pitch. Pitch comes in high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Outfield playing pretty good depth. This is not the longest fence you'll see, but they're It is definitely nice with the blue mesh around the perimeter of the home run fence. The short hop taking second base as reading the dirt for the Knights was Colton Minnick and keeping that ball to his left laterally on the short hop. That was Bruce Landis, the catcher. Here and in looking at signals. 2 balls, no strikes, square in early is Renback. He's going to square early. The ball's going to get by the catcher. Ball was behind the batter in the short hop. And going over to third base is Colton Minnick. So Cooper Renback was squared to bunt. He did leave the bat out there. I'm not sure if they got it back before the pitch came across, but he was going to bunt. He was not just faking it early to pull the bat back. He was really going to bunt. So 3-0 count to Renback. Working out the stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be another hit by pitch. Getting hit by pitch with ball 4. Not fun. But he takes the apparatus off. He's going to jog to first base. He's okay. Timeout on the diamond. Pitching coach going to go out. Going to talk with the infield. So the Knights have 2 aboard, first and third. And we're going to see a courtesy runner. I should say the runner at first base is going to be number 2, Coy Dick. And at third base doing the running is Colton Minnick. We'll mention this game is also in part being brought to you by McCormick Printing and Office Supply. Attention baseball fans, McCormick Printing Impressions and Office Supplies is proud to support our local youth athletes this season. For more than 50 years, MPI has been helping families, businesses, and teams make their best impression. From banners and shirts to business cards, forms, and office supplies, family owned and operated, MPI believes in quality, service, and supporting the community that we all love. That is McCormick Printing. They're in Tipton. McCormick Printing Impressions, Tipton, Indiana. Stepping in. One hitter. He's the leadoff batter in this game. That's Alex Schumer. Runners at first and third base for the Knights. Appearing in looking at signals now out of the set position. Alex going to square early. Pitcher still got the ball. Here comes the pitch. He is going to let the ball go by. It's a called strike. Taking second base. The throw goes down to second. It caroms off the leg of either Dick or the second baseman. I think it was off a Dick. It was a short hop. So he takes third base. Coming in to score from third base for the Knights is number 5, Colton Minnick. So 3 runs on the scoreboard, 1 run in for the Knights here in the top of the second. So no balls, 1 strike. It's a called strike. Out of set, here comes a pitch from Column. Breaking pitch finishes high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So here back in, look for signals. Alex Schumer. Alex Schumer wears number 12. He's played in all 4 games. 16 plate appearances, 10 at bats. Pitch comes in, swing and a miss. I believe it counts 1-2. I'll pick that back. It is 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. That first pitch evidently got his bat back, and it was called a ball low. Mistook him for calling out a strike. So stepping off the back of the rubber, he'll look at third base. Gick gets back safely. Gick is the only base runner on the base pad for the night. Third base runner. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, back up the middle, base hit. Alex Schumer going to get an RBI single. He'll send Gick to the plate from third base. And there's 2 runs in here in the inning. And getting ready to bat, stepping in, is going to be number 3, L.J. Whitford. L.J. Whitford going to step in. And Central Catholic still batting here in the top of the second inning. There's 1 out. Modest lead at first base for Schumer. Out of set position. Here comes the pitch to Whitford. Breaking pitch placed perfectly. Strike 1, strike called. So we'll back in. Left-handed batter. Excuse me, right-handed batter, L.J. Whitford. Out of set position. He'll look at first. He'll look again. Here comes the pitch to Whitford. Another breaking pitch, back door in there for a strike. Pretty good placement right there. And then he'll step back in. So L.J. Whitford in the batter's box. Pitcher, Derek Collum out of set. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. He's going to square the bunt. He pull the bat back, and it's a ball low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was close. Squared the bunt, pulled the bat back. Now a 1-2 count. That was a close non-strike. So taking second base with the pitch there was Alex Schumer. He's at second base. 1-2 count. To Whitford. Out of set. Here comes the pitch. High for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. L.J. Whitford, right-handed batter. Shortstop. He's playing second base today. He's a sophomore by class. Out of set. He'll check second base. Column. Here comes the pitch. Outside of ball. I think the count going full. Yep. Full count. He holds up 3 fingers and 2 fingers, as mentioned. They want everybody, the umpires, to say 3-2 now. They don't really want fists in the air to say full count. But Saturday, the umpire had probably no choice to show everybody the count because the scoreboard was not in operation. Now the set 3-2 pitch on the way. Short hops the glove. Landis stops it. He'll throw to third base. They'll get the out. So sliding in. Couldn't quite get there. Alex Schumer is recorded as an out at third base in an attempt to steal. So 2 out on the diamond. That was ball 4. So L.J. Whitford is now at first base after drawing a walk. So stepping into bat for the Knights, number 34, Isaiah Hopkins. He's a junior class member. He's 6 foot tall, 205. Out of the set, Column. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, third base. Be fielded at third base. He'll throw across the diamond. He'll get the put out. Jackson Weil at third across the diamond to Mark McDonald. And there are 3 outs here in the top of the second inning. Knights come up with 1 run at the end of 1.5. It's a 3-1 ball game. Knights in front. Riverton Parke going to bat here in the bottom of the second inning. We'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Robin's Nest. That's Robin's Nest. That's ROBIN apostrophe Z. Robin's Nest, they're in Thorntown. That's Thorntown's Cozy Coffee Cafe. They've got private event space available, and they also do catering. You can dial them up, talk to Robin Warnoff or her husband, Eric. You can dial them at 765-592-1530. If you're not sure how to get to Thorntown, if you're in Lafayette, you take 52 and go south. Go south for a good little while. I don't know how many miles, but you go till you get to 236th Street. That's also 47. And then right there on the corner, you'll see Dairy Queen. You turn right at that intersection, go about a mile, go up the hill, and you'll be right in the middle of town. And you'll see Robin's Nest right there on the right side, not too far from Stookies. If you've heard of Stookies, that's a great place to eat. They have catfish, and it is good. And we'll mention Robin's Nest is at 102 West Main Street, Thorntown, Indiana, 46071. If you want to reach them by Gmail, you can go to Robin's, that's ROBINZ, that's Robin's Nest Cafe at gmail.com. So they're getting ready to bat here in the bottom of the second inning. First batter going to step in for the Panthers is the 7-hitter, number 24, Jackson Blevins. Jackson Blevins is the left fielder. Right-handed batter, he'll step in. Straightaway stance. Still on the pitcher's rubber is Vince Palenko. He wears number 31, a Reggie Miller number. So he'll work from the windup. 1 foot on, 1 foot off. Here comes the first pitch to Blevins. Right at the kneecaps. Strike called. No balls, 1 strike. 24, Jackson Blevin. We're going to have the wind up. Then Palenko, here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, he'll pop it. Foul territory, right side. It's going to go out of play. Giving it a good look was catcher Renback. Cooper Renback watched it go out of play. Count goes 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Right-handed batter steps back in. Jackson Blevin. Working from the windup. Here comes the wind and the 0-2 pitch. Outside of ball, breaking pitch. Count goes 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'm going to close that stance up just a little bit. Now the windup. Here comes a 1-2. Low. Then they call him out. They're going to call him out on a pitch that was not. It was much lower than the kneecaps. I feel bad for Mr. Blevins. But he'll set down. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the second inning. I'm not even sure that the ball was vertically framed by Renback, but they're going to call him out. So there's 1 out. Here comes a pitch from Kalenko. First pitch, swing and miss. In the batter's box, number 8. Let me take that back. 8 hitter. Number 13, Mark McDonald. He is the first baseman for the Panthers. Here and then, looking at signal. Here comes a wind and a pitch. Breaking pitch. You're going to pop it up. Going to be called for by the second baseman. Nope. It's going to be called off by shortstop Mikey Stapleton. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. So the next batter going to step in. We're going to see the 9 hitter. He wears number 2. He's been busy at second base. He bats left. That is Trent Crowder, right-handed thrower. He might be a switch hitter. We don't know. Here comes the pitch. Pitch comes in outside of ball. Wind's picking up just a little bit. I've got some tape all over these 2 tables right here with pieces of paper taped down. Here comes a wind and the pitch. Swung on. Second base, going to 1 hop, going to get off the glove, and probably going to be a base hit. Infield hits. That was a difficult play to make for L.J. Whitford. Short hop the glove. He was thinking he was going to get a little bit higher there, bounce a little sooner. So base hit. Trent Crowder gets himself at first base. There are 2 outs. We're going to see the 1 hitter step in again. That's Jackson Weil. Jackson Weil is going to step in. He's got 7 games under his belt. He's played in all 7. 26 plate appearances. 18 at bats. Got himself aboard in the first inning. Here comes a one stretch. He's going to pop one up. Playable on the infield. Mikey Stapleton going to move towards third base in the back of the grass and make the catch for out number 3. So the Panthers come up with no runs in the bottom half of the second inning. We'll go to the top of the third after 2 complete. Central Catholic 3. Riverton Parke 1. And again, we do thank you for tuning in, and we'll mention today's ball game is in part being brought to you by Camino and Company. Camino and Company, that's a mobile flower shop there in downtown Noblesville, Indiana. Camino and Company, they basically are helped with the mobile flower shop. They are helped along with the local flower farmers and providers. They have small business partners and the CNC founders. Their mascot is a 1984 El Camino SS, which is owned by V.E. Witham. V.E. Witham is the grandpa of Carly Witham Elbred. Carly is the owner of Camino and Company. And I will also mention the goal at Camino and Company is to please each customer from their concept to the Camino and Company completion. You just tell them what you need and they'll take care of it from there. You can explore their website. Their website is Camino-and-company.com. Again, that's Camino-and company-.com. I think I didn't get that right, but we'll mention that's Camino and Company. They're in downtown Noblesville. And give them a call. So stepping in, we're going to see Mikey Stapleton. Stapleton going to bat for the second time. He's the 4 hitter, playing shortstop. Mikey Stapleton has played in all 4 games. He's got 15 plate appearances, 11 at bats. He's batting 364 in that right-handed batter's box. He has a 500 on base percentage. He's got 4 hits, 3 are singles, 1 is a double. He's got 1 RBI. 4-hitter pitch comes in outside a ball. For Mikey Staples, let me take that back. He's got 3 RBI. He scored 1 run. He's got 3 base on balls. Working from the stretch. Now the set. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, third base, good glove at third base. Jackson Wild throws across the diamond and gets the put out. That was like a Craig Nettles back in the day or a Pete Rose. Nice play at third base by Jackson Wild. There's 1 out. 1 out on the diamond. In the ball game doing the pitching now. Pitcher's rubber is number 1, Eli Roberts. Eli Roberts doing the pitching. He comes over from shortstop position. Here comes the first pitch to Gus Sandberg. Strike called. Looked like a breaking pitch. Middle of the plate broke away, called strike. 0-1 count to Sandberg. Sandberg wears number 30. He's also played in all 4 games for the night. Right-handed batter. Here comes the pitch. Going to pop one up. Right side. It's going to go out of play. Sandberg in the batter's box. Sandberg on the season, 13 plate appearances. 11 at bats. He's batting 364. A 462 on base percentage. Working out a stretch. Now the set. The 0-2 pitch to Sandberg. You're going to take one to center field. You'll be right at him. You'll take a look at it. You'll come back in, make the catch. Center fielder Colette Sanders. And there are 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. So next batter going to step in for the Knights. 6-hitter, number 21, Caden Keller. Left-handed batter. He's playing right field in today's game. He's played in all 4 games. 10 plate appearances, 10 at-bats. He's kind of an aggressive hitter. Working out a stretch, peering in, looking at signals. Eli Roberts on the pitcher's rubber. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, swing and a miss. Healthy cut. So no balls, 1 strike. Caden Keller. Step back in. He got 1 hit on the season. He's got 1 RBI. He scored a run. Pitch comes in low and inside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Eli Roberts. Where's number 1? He's 6'1", 165. Shortstop and a second baseman. He's pitching at the moment. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, first base. Good glove there. Step on the bag, and that's going to complete it. And then making the play at first base was number 17, Derek Collum. So Derek Collum moves over to first base, and they get the put out. And the Knights come up with no runs in the top of the 3rd inning. No runs, no hits. And then at the end of 2.5, Knights 3, Panthers 1. And we'll also mention, we'll talk a little bit about Central Catholic and their schedule for this week. What they have going on, they have this rescheduled game. This game was going to happen as the 2nd game of the season back on April the 1st, and that's no April Fool's joke. It was raining pretty good that day. Central Catholic is here today at Riverton Parke, 6 o'clock start. And then tomorrow, Central Catholic will have a conference game in the West Division. Tuesday, the 14th, Central Catholic will be at Benton Central, 6 o'clock start tomorrow. And then again on Wednesday, they'll play a 2nd game of the 2-game set with Benton Central. Benton Central on Wednesday will travel to Central Catholic for another 6 o'clock start. And then the Knights would have one more game this weekend. That'll be Saturday, April the 18th. They'll play in the Athenian Invite. That'll be at Crawfordsville High School. And Lafayette Central Catholic, their opponent, will be Monrovia. Monrovia are the Bulldogs. That game will start at 12:30 in the afternoon. That'd be right around noon, 12:30. Stepping into bat, Riverton Parke. Still working on the pitcher's rubber. Vince Talenko, here's the first pitch. Ground ball. Third, human shortstop, picked up by Stapleton. They throw a strong arm to first base, safe at first. Base hit off the bat on the infield by Blake Todd. Blake Todd, the 2-hitter, is safe at first with nobody out. So Blake Todd at first base, Blake Todd is a senior class member. He's 5'10", 145. And Blake Todd will mention he's played in all 7 games. 26 plate appearances, 18 at-bats. He's batting over 200, 222. His on base is 400. He gets a base hit there. He now has 7 hits on the season. Here comes the pitch. Foul ball out of play. I should mention he's got 6 runs. That's hit number 5 on the season. He's got 4 singles and a double. He got 4 RBI, and he walked 5 times. 26 plate appearances. That's quite a few appearances in this early season. Right-handed batter stepping in, Eli Roberts. He is the pitcher of record. Stepping off the back of the rubber, no throw to first base. By Kalenko, stepping back in. A little bit of an open stance. Working from the stretch, now the set. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Breaking pitch outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Eli Roberts likes that open stance. That open stance just gives him basically 2 eyeballs on the baseball. Lets him see the ball more clearly rather than just 1. Here comes the pitch. Going to pop one up. Right side. Might be playable. It's going to be a fair ball. Comes back in. Playable at first base. Caught by Sandberg. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So runner at first base got himself there with an infield hit. It's Blake Todd. Stepping into bat, number 17, Derek Collum. He's now the first baseman. Left-handed batter. Working out a stretch, now the set. Vince Talenko. Here comes the pitch. Backdoor curveball. Misses outside. Not much. 1 ball, no strikes. The runner at first base, Blake Todd for the Panthers as the lights come on here at Riverton Park. Here comes the pitch. Going to pop one up. Playable. Infield. Going to be called for by Talenko, the pitcher. He's going to catch it. Nope, couldn't bring it in. It would have been a foul ball. Couldn't bring it in. And new life at the bat for Derek Collum. So foul ball called for by the pitcher. Some coaches do not want the pitcher to even get near a pop-up on the infield. But I'm not some coaches, and I definitely respect the coach I'm here in regard to. Here comes the pitch. Outdoor, I should say backdoor curveball, misses inside. Might have been a bit tall. 2 balls, 1 strike. Derek Collum, left-handed batter's box. Runner aboard at first base is Blake Todd. Out the set, here comes a pitch. He's taking off for second. Tries to check his swing. He's going to be safe at second on a head-first slide. And I think they're going to ask to check to see if he went. Umpire in the field was in B position, left-handed batter. And he's going to say he didn't go. Difficult way to vantage point to call that play, but they say no, he didn't go. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Runner at second base is Blake Todd. Got himself aboard with an infield hit. Collum batting. Derek Collum, left-handed batter. Pitch comes in. Foul ball off the glove. Going to go back to the screen. Track that one down with the on-deck batter. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Derek Collum. Here and in, looking at signal. Out of set position. Vince Talenko checks second base. Here comes the 3-2 to Collum. Breaking pitch. Backdoor. Got the dish. Froze him up. He's going to go down looking. So 2 outs on the diamond. And we're going to see step in 5-hitter number 18, Bruce Landis. He is the catcher. Bruce Landis is a sophomore. He's a catcher. He's an infielder. He's a right-handed pitcher. 5'11", 150. Doing a good job catching. For Charlie Martin, here comes a kickoff move at second base. He'll pirouette but not make a throw. So Bruce Landis, 5-hitter. On the season, he's got 3 ball games he's participated in, 3 at-bats. You're going to take a shot to third base. It's going to be caught above the surface, and it's an out. Line drive caught by Alex Schumer. Panthers lead one on base is Blake Todd. He'll stop at second base with 3 outs. After 3 complete innings, Central Catholic Knights 3, Riverton Parke Panthers 1. And again, we'll mention a little bit about the schedule. We'll finish that up. West Lafayette will be the opponent next week. Next week, there'll be 3 games. The major opponent will be the Hoosier Conference West Division West Lafayette Red Devils. First game will be the 21st on Tuesday. That will be an away game. Second game will be on Wednesday, the 22nd. That'll be a home game, Central Catholic. And then on Friday, Central Catholic Knights will go to Lafayette Jeff. I'm not sure where that game will happen. Might be at Loeb Stadium. The 6 o'clock start. We'll find out a little closer to ball time. We'll also mention today's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Fritz in Fishers and Fritz in Noblesville. That's Hamilton County, celebrating 43 years in business. That's in the heart of the Nickel Plate District. They have late model cars and trucks. Each vehicle pre-delivery inspection. They have 2 Hamilton County locations. The first one is in Fishers, Indiana. And Fishers is one of the 4A schools that defeated Parke Heritage this year. One of the 4A schools that Parke Heritage fell to. But I tell you what, that's a plus for Parke Heritage. So right there in Fishers, it's 8599 East, 116th Street, 317-842-2228. In Noblesville, between Noblesville and Westfield on State Road 32 is their second location, 317-773-2232. So stepping into bat for the Knights, number 41, Brennan Van Kirk. He's a senior class member, 6'3", 180. He'll step in, right-handed batter. Van Kirk has played in all 4 games, 13 plate appearances, 13 at-bats. Here comes the first pitch from Roberts, breaking pitch just above the zone, ball 1. Right-handed pitcher Eli Roberts came in relief last inning. Appear in, look at signals. He's working from the stretch. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, shortstop, backhands it. The throw across the diamond. And I'm safe. They're going to call him out. They're going to call him out at first base. So there's 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. So good play at shortstop. Credit that play as number 10, Jackson Weil. So Jackson Weil moves from third base to shortstop. And stepping in. Next batter for the night. It's going to be number 5, the 8-hitter, Colton Minnick. Colton Minnick, last time at the plate, was hit by pitch. Colton Minnick is the center fielder. We're breaking the action right here. A conversation. Coach Bortney in disbelief of that call at first base. So he walks over, has a little conversation with the infield umpire. And he'll walk back to to third base. And as mentioned, next batter in the lineup is going to be Colton Minnick. Colton Minnick, right-handed batter. Minnick on the season. He's played in 3 games, 9 plate appearances, 8 at-bats, batting .250, .333 on-base percentage. You're going to call time at home plate. It's granted. He takes the hand off the bat and calls time with his hand off the bat. I think I'd call it verbally. Leave my hands on the bat. Just say it loud enough for the umpire to hear. Here comes the position. Here comes a pitch. Breaking pitch, strike called. So no balls, 1 strike. There's 1 out. Top of the 4th inning. Here and in looking at signals. Eli Roberts out of the stretch. Now the set position. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch finishes low. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. Right-handed batter, Colton Minnick. Here and in looking at signal. Eli Roberts. Nobody on base. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul tip to get back to the screen. 1-2 count to Minnick. Colton Minnick, we'll mention on the season. He's got 2 hits. He's got a single and a double. 1 RBI, 1 run scored. He's got a base on balls. And now he's been hit by pitch 1 time, and it was in this game, his first at bat. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Minnick. Low for a ball. Breaking pitch, finished low. The breaking pitch, pretty good drop ball for Eli Roberts. He gets dialed in. He'll be dangerous. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Out of the set. Here comes the pitch. Pitch comes in. They're going to call it outside edge. Strike 3. And Minnick going to jog back to the dugout. Home plate umpire held up 2 fingers, called 2 outs, and Colton thought it was just 2 strikes. And so stepping in, we're going to see a pinch hitter in the ball game for the Knights. Going to step in, right-handed batter. Knight to the plate. There's 2 outs. Working here in the inning. The right-handed batter. That's number 19. And here comes the first pitch. High and away, ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. Eli Roberts pitching for Riverton Parke. Out of the set position. Here comes the pitch. Pitch enters high for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. He'll step back in. Here in, looking at signals. Out of the stretch. Here comes the pitch, the 2-0. He's going to take a shot to center field. Going to be right at the center fielder. He'll make the catch. Colette Sanders. And that's a good drive to center field. Colette Sanders got a good beat on it, made the catch. So the Knights are retired at the top of the 4th inning. They come up with no runs. We'll see the Panthers in the bottom of the 4th at the end of 3.5. Central Catholic 3. Riverton Parke 1. And we do thank you for tuning in. And we'll also mention today's ball game is in part being brought to you by the Ultimate Kentucky Getaway. If you're looking for the ultimate Kentucky getaway, escape to a one-of-a-kind retreat in the heart of the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, where rolling hills, world-famous distilleries, and unforgettable memories await. Welcome to your private 6-bedroom estate set on 7 scenic acres of peaceful countryside. Spend your days exploring legendary bourbon stops, then come home to unwind in the hot tub under the stars. Challenge friends to a game of billiards on the pool table. Practice your swing in the putting green, or relax by the fire pit as the night sets in. And when it's time to wind down, your private movie theater, the room is waiting. Whether it's a bourbon weekend, family gathering, or group getaway, there's space and something for everyone. No crowds, no stress, just comfort, connection, and the true spirit of Kentucky. For questions or direct bookings, you can text to 317-442-7513. Again, that number you can text to 317-442-7513. They do all the bookings through Airbnb. That is the ultimate Kentucky getaway. Next batter in the lineup for Riverton Parke. Colette Sanders. Colette Sanders steps in, right-handed batter. We're going to wind up. Here's the pitch. Palenko. We call that a strike. Right there below the kneecaps, strike called. Colette Sanders steps back in. He's the 6 hitter, wears number 14. Working from the wind up. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch. Finishes above the zone. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Colette Sanders on the season, he's played in all 7 games. 23 plate appearances, 19 at-bats. He's batting .368. Pitch comes in low, ball 2, 2-1 count. Colette Sanders, 368 batting average, 478 on base percentage. He scored 3 runs. He's got 7 hits on the season. 5 are singles, 1 double, and 1 triple. He'll take a full swing and go off the leg in the batter's box, a foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Colette Sanders, he got 4 RBI. He has walked 3 times. He's been hit by pitch once. Here comes a pitch. Breaking pitch, finishes away. Pretty good break there by Vince Talenko. The wind's blowing here. I'm kind of staying shielded where I'm at. I'm thankful to be here. And count goes full at 3-2 to Colette Sanders. Now the windup. Talenko, here's the pitch. They're going to pop one. Left field, it might be a foul ball. Getting a chase on it and getting the catch. Gets to cross the line in foul territory. Catch made by Brennan Van Kirk. There's 1 out. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So next batter going to step in for Riverton Parke, the 7-hitter, number 24, Jackson Blevins. Right-handed batter, Jackson Blevins. He played in all 7 games, 21 plate appearances, 16 at-bats. Going to take one to left field. It might drop in. We'll see. Nope, going to get enough air under it. Coming in to make the catch is Brennan Van Kirk. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So next batter going to step in, 8-hitter, number 13, Mark McDonald. That's M-A-C, Donald. That's Mark McDonald. He's the first baseman. He started the game first. Now first is Derek Collum. Here comes the first pitch to the right-handed batter. Breaking pitch called strike. So in the batter's box, I should say, is Brody McConnell. Brody McConnell entered this game as a pinch runner. He's in the ball game, inserted now. Breaking pitch, he'll take a second called strike. Brody McConnell wears number 22. He's a junior class member, 5'10", 170. Brody McConnell's played in all 7 games. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Low for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brody McConnell, 19 plate appearances, 15 at bat. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, foul ball. He'll fight it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He'll stay in the box. Brody McConnell, 263 on base percentage. He has scored 3 runs. He's got a base hit this season. He's got an RBI and 4 base on balls. Working out this wind up. Here comes a 1-2. Swing and a miss. He'll go down swinging. And that'll complete the bottom of the 4th inning. After 4 complete. Should check the scoreboard. Our Knights have 4. My air, they got 2 in the second. That's my air. I'm just trying to convey this game to whoever wants to listen. Doing the best I can. But I should have done better there. It's a 4-1 ball game. Knights got 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Did not score in the third or the fourth. Riverton Parke got 1 in the first. Didn't get any in the second. Have not scored in the third or the fourth. I take that back. We're going to the bottom. The top of the 5th inning. After 4 complete, it's 4-1 Central Catholic in front. And we'll also mention today's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Camino and Company. We welcome you and your patronage at Camino and Company, the mobile flower shop and wedding studio based in downtown Noblesville. You'll find Camino and Company on the north side of the courthouse square at 876 Logan Street. Camino and Company started with a dream and grew with the love of our local community. That same love for stories and celebrations now lives in Camino Coffee. Camino Coffee, coffee with a story. And I'll finish that in a moment. Stepping into bat, 3rd time, going to be Alex Schumer. Alex Schumer going to step in. He's played in all 4 games, 16 plate appearances, 10 at-bats. He's batting an even 400. In that left-handed batter's box, 625 on base percentage. He got a base hit in this game. He has walked to start the game. Here comes the pitch. Pitch comes in, strike called. Right-hander facing the lefty. That one came right in with an arm slot at about 10 o'clock. So he'll peer in, look again. No balls, one strike. Out of the set, Eli Roberts. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Fair ball on the ground. Going to go first baseline. Picked up by Roberts. He'll throw to first. They'll get the out. And a nice play by the pitcher, Eli Roberts. And they'll get the put out with the Gary Column. There's one out here at the top of the fifth inning. Knight's going to send to the plate number 3. That's L.J. Whitford. L.J. Whitford going to step in. He's 5'9", 180. Pretty stout young man. Plays middle infield. Right-handed batter. Facing the righty, Eli Roberts out of the stretch. Here's the set. Here's the pitch. You're going to thought about a bunt. Pulled it back. It's a ball high. 1 ball, no strikes. Whitford on the season has played in all 4 games. 16 plate appearances, 14 at-bats. He's batting .357. A .438 on-base percentage. Out of set for Roberts. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Whitford, 5 hits. They're all singles. Got 3 RBI, scored 4 times, got 1 base on balls. And he's been hit by pitch once. He's got 1 stolen base, and he's reached once on air. Out of set, 2-0 pitch. Breaking pitch right across the dish. Might have been taking all the way. Count goes 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Peering in, looking at signal. Eli Roberts out of the set position. Here comes the 2-1. By the glove, move back to the backstop. Count goes 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 5th inning. Gonna step back in. Number 3, L.J. Whitford. They're wearing them New Balance shoes. New Balance and Puma. They seem to be the shoe of choice. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. We'll take a strike. Count goes full at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 5th, 1 out. Knight's batting. It's a 4-1 ball game. My ear, I apologize for that. 4-1 ball game. Working out a stretch. Now the set. Here comes the pitch. Going to be a full swing ground ball foul. Be gloved by the first base coach. That's A.J. Bourdonnais. He fielded out with his left hand. Thought he had a glove on. Didn't need one. 3-2 count. Stepping back in, L.J. Whitford. Here in, looking at signals, Eli Roberts. 1 out, full count to Whitford. Out of the stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. Going to pop one up, playable. Left side, foul territory. Third baseman going to give it an effort, and he'll make the catch. Well done. First base or third baseman making the catch, and there are 2 outs. So next batter going to step in. It's going to be Isaiah Hopkins. Isaiah Hopkins, right-handed batter. Nobody on base, 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning. Isaiah Hopkins, he has a home run. He got a Bishop Chittard, L.J. Whitford, responsible for 2 runs in the first with his home run. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, got the dish, broke away, strike called. Nice placement with that breaking pitch by Eli Roberts. Peering in, looking at signals. Nobody on base, 2 outs. 0-1 count. So Hopkins, here comes the pitch. Full swing, dribbler out front of the pitcher's man, couldn't get to it. It's going to be a base hit. It's going to be an infield hit. They kind of got there in no man's land between the pitcher's rubber and third base in the grass. Difficult ball to handle. But Isaiah Hopkins is going to get credit for an infield hit. So stepping in to bat for the Knights, number 11, Mikey Stapleton. He played in all 4 games, 15 plate appearances, 11 at-bats. He's batting .364 in that right-handed batter's box. He'll step in. He's got 3 RBI. Out of the stretch, looking at first base. Now the set position for Roberts. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, swing and a miss. Roberts throwing a lot of breaking pitch. He's got good control of his breaking pitch here in this ball game. No balls, 1 strike. Looking out of the stretch, looking at first base. Pretty open stance in the stretch at first. Get a good look. at Isaiah Hopkins. Here's the pitch. Pitch comes in, breaking pitch, strike called. Count goes 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Step back in. Mikey Stapleton, 4-hitter for the night, 364 batting average, 0-2 count. Out of set, here comes the pitch from Roberts. Swung on, he'll take it to right center. He'll come on, try to make the catch, and he will in right field. Blake Todd making the catch, and the Knights come up with no runs. They leave one on base. Knights scores no runs in the 5th after 4.5. Central Catholic 4. Riverton Parke 1. And again, we do thank you for tuning in. And we'll mention Camino and Company. We're talking about Camino and Company, their coffee. Every cup is inspired by our founders. That's Grandpa B.E. Witham. His 1984 El Camino. It's an SS. That's where they get their name from. Camino and Company gets its name right there. And their coffee is locally roasted by their friends at Noble Coffee and Tea. Each cup carries a little piece of their journey, along with the community and our belief that coffee always comes with a story. So, regardless if it's morning, afternoon, or any moment you need to pause, your cup is just a click away. You can order Camino Coffee. Camino Coffee, you can order that today at CaminoCoffee.com. Again, that's CaminoCoffee.com. You'll be glad you did. So we'll throw one down. Second base. Stepping in. The Panthers is going to be number 2. He'll step in. Trent Crowder. Start this game at second base. 9-hitter, left-handed batter. Trent Crowder wears number 2. He's a freshman. Freshman by class. That's got to be fun playing varsity baseball as a freshman. First pitch comes in. They call it right below the kneecap. Strike called. Trent Crowder, he's a second baseman at shortstop. Trent Crowder, he's played in all 7 games. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball foul, left side out by the dugout. Third base dugout is occupied by Riverton Parke. So Trent Crowder on this season, he entered this game with 20 plate appearances, 16 at-bats. He's batting .250, a .316 on-base percentage. Low for a ball. Count goes 1-2. .316, pretty good number out of the book of John. So he'll step back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Left-handed batter. Still on the pitcher's mound for Central Catholic is Talenko. Here comes the pitch from Vince Talenko. Foul ball. Got him in the box there. Might have got him on the foot. He might come back. He did. Probably going to get an apparatus on that right lower ankle. Foul ball right off the foot or the ankle. He says he's okay, ready to go. So we'll step back in with a 1-2 count. Second time. So we can now wind up Vince Talenko. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch. Ground ball, first base, fielded by the senior. Number 30, Gus Sandberg. And there's 1 out here in the inning. From the bottom of the 5th inning, 4-1 ball game. This game is moving right along. So stepping in, we're going to see the 1-hitter, number 10, Jackson Weil. Jackson Weil going to step in. He's a junior class member. He played in all 7 games. He got a .389 batting average. And the first pitch comes in. Comes a second pitch from Vince Talenko. First pitch was a strike call. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, foul ball back to the screen. So Jackson Weil, 26 plate appearances, 18 at-bats, batting .389, which is 3rd on the team for Riverton Parke. Right-handed batter. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch. You're going to foul one straight back out of play. So we'll stay in the box with the 0-2 count. Jackson Weil. His on-base percentage is .577. He's got 7 hits. 5 are singles, 2 are doubles. Here comes the pitch. He's going to pop one. Foul territory, left side. We called for and caught by Alex Schumer. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. The next batter going to step in for Riverton Parke. We're going to see number 3, Blake Todd. Blake Todd going to step in. He's played in all 7 games. 222, 400 on base percentage. You can take a shot to shortstop. Is going to be above the ground and caught at ground level by Mikey Stapleton for out number 3, a line drive. So Riverton Park comes up with no runs in the bottom of the 5th. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning. Central Catholic 4, Riverton Park 1. Again, we do thank you for tuning in, and we'll mention this game is in parts being brought to you by Discount Copies. Discount Copies, they are conveniently located at the west edge of Noblesville, Indiana. That's at 46062. They are just behind Pizza Hut and next to Bowl 32 along State Road 32. At Discount Copies, they provide setup services where you can turn your artwork into things such as note cards, notepads, prints, and calendars. And it's never too early to think about personalized Christmas cards. They've got posters, they've got oversized printing. It's also available. And if you're planning a wedding, they can print all of your necessary needs. You can reach Discount Copies by phone by dialing 317-773-8783. Again, that number is 317-773-8783, or by Gmail. You can find them at Discount Copies, plural, 96 at gmail.com. Again, that's Discount Copies, the number 96 at gmail.com. Fine job. They really do. Teresa and Sarah, they work well together, as I mentioned. Another Dogger team. So stepping in, Central Catholic, it's going to be number 30, Gus Sandberg. Still on the pitcher's row is number 1, Eli Roberts for Riverton Park. The sun has come out pretty nicely. It's throwing some shadows on the field. It looks good. Lights are still on. So working with a stretch again is Eli Roberts. Out of set position. Right-handed batter, Gus Sandberg. First pitch, low and away, ball 1. So Gus Sandberg on the season, he's played in all 4 games, 13 plate appearances, 11 at bat. He's batting .364. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Swung on, he'll take it to shortstop. He catches a line shot to his left. A little bit Dave Concepcion-esque, but a little bit easier catch than Dave Concepcion when he climbed the ladder about 10 feet for that 1 ball. Some people remember that one. I do. So 1 out. Stepping into bat, number 21, Caden Keller. Caden Keller, 6-hitter for the night. Working from the stretch, now the set. Here comes pitch to Keller. Low for a ball. 1 ball, no strike. Caden Keller, left-handed batter. Caden Keller played in all 4 games, as mentioned. Entering tonight's game, 10 plate appearances, 10 at-bats. Here's the pitch. You're going to take a shot to right field. It's going to go. Keller's going to put one out of here in the tree line, left of the scoreboard. Keller just has a really nice-looking swing. He's got a nice swing. It's about like a Darryl Strawberry type of swing. Darryl Strawberry used to clobber the baseball with that Adirondack wooden bat. And if you didn't know, Darryl Strawberry, he's now a minister. He's spreading the gospel about the Lord. And it's all for real. Darryl Strawberry. He's been through a lot of different things in his life, but he is all there. I watch him sometimes. What a gentleman. So base hit, I should say a home run off the bat of Caden Keller. So stepping in to bat, Brennan Van Kirk out of set. Here's the pitch from Robert. Breaking pitch finishes upstairs. Ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out. Top of the sixth inning, 1 run in. Caden Keller, home run to right center field. Here comes the pitch. And Brennan Van Kirk takes a shot to left field, diving forward, couldn't make the catch. A heck of an effort in left field. And it's going to be a two-base hit for Brennan Van Kirk. That was an effort and a half. And I believe that was Mark McDonald looking for verification. But so they're going to go with the pinch runner. Take that back. Jogging back out with a running mitt. Getting a running mitt from the home from the dugout. Now back out at second base is Brendan Van Kirk. So Van Kirk ends up at second base with a double, a heck of an effort in left field trying to make the catch. There's 1 out. Stepping into bat, Colton Minnick, right-handed batter. Here comes the pitch. Pitch comes in, strike called. So no balls, 1 strike. Step back in. Here and in, looking at signals. Looking at second base, out of the stretch. Looking at Brendan Van Kirk, now the set position. Here comes the pitch. Outside a ball. Low and outside, not much. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike to Colton Minnick. Colton Minnick played in 3 games. He's batting .250. On base percentage of .333. Out the set, Eli Roberts. Here's the pitch. He's going to pop one. Left side, foul territory. Giving it a look, giving it a call, and making the catch. I believe that was Jackson Weil. It was third baseman. Jackson Weil making a good catch in foul territory. So there are 2 out here in the top of the 6th inning. So the next batter going to step in for the Knights, going to be number 18, Chase Ruse. That's Rooze. Chase Ruse, he's 6 foot, 175, a pitcher and a first baseman. He's a junior class member. He bats right. Chase Ruse is going to step in. He's played in 2 ball games entering this one. 4 plate appearances, 4 at-bats. He's batting .250. He got 1 hit, and he also has a reached on air, one of those. So right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher out of set. Eli Roberts, here's the pitch. Breaking pitch misses outside a ball. So we'll step back in. A little bit of a close stance on the instep. Right-handed batter, Chase Ruse. Looking at second base out of stretch. Now the bat, he'll check second again. Here comes the pitch. Popped up. Right side, is it playable? Be tough to get to. It's going to land by the Knights dugout. And it's going to be a foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out. On deck is Alex Schumer. The runner at second base is Brendan Van Kirk. 2 out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Peering in, looking at signals, Eli Roberts. Roberts out of the stretch, looking at second. Now second again, out of the set. Here comes the pitch. It comes in above the zone. He's above the zone there. Basically, we've said this before. If the ball can be hit over the plate with a hand over fist swing, probably a strike. If you can't get the hand over fist, you got to swing upward at it. That's a bad way to start a batting experience. So popped up on the infield. He called for by Eli Roberts. He'll catch it halfway up the third baseline, but a foul ball, but it'll be out number 3. So the Knights are out of the inning. So the Knights come up with no runs in the top of the 6th. After 5.5 innings, Central Catholic 4, Riverton Parke 1. And again, we do thank you for tuning in. And we'll mention this game is also in parts being brought to you by Scott G. Scott G. When time is good, when you share, you should. Share and share alike. support Indiana middle school and high school athletics. And we'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Fritz and Fishers. Fritz and Fishers hit a home run with a car from Fritz and Fishers. Fritz is knocking it out of the park with great deals this spring and summer. So slide in and get a good deal. You will be safe for sure at fritzandfishers.com. Again, that's fritzandfishers.com. FRITZ. Okay, I went online. I check out sometimes how the guys around the nation are batting, how they're doing. I will mention Isaiah Hopkins is behind the dish now doing the catching. National leaders in high school baseball will mention at number one in the nation. Where's number 14? He's a senior in 16 games. This is Jeffrey Cochran, Round Valley, Arizona. He's batting 739. That's 65 plate appearances, 46 at bats. He's a catcher and a utility player. He's 5'10". He weighs in at 170, and he has scored 24 runs. He's got 34 hits on the season. 17 are singles, 10 are doubles, 4 are triples, and he's got 3 home runs. He's got 29 RBI. The reason he's number one in the nation is because of the batting average, 739. And we'll also mention second in the nation, whereas should say 29 games under his belt. He's the sophomore, Raheem Elam, Westgate, Louisiana. He's a utility player. He's batting 734. 6'3", 170, 87 plate appearances, 64 at bats, 41 runs scored, 47 hits, 15 are singles, 10 are doubles, 15 are triples, 7 home runs, 44 RBIs. And he also plays football. He wears number 4. He's a wide receiver and a free safety. So stepping in, going to bat. It's going to be Eli Roberts for Riverton Parke. On the pitcher's rubber now is number 44, Chase Hiddle. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and take one foul, right field line. And it'll stay in the field of play. They'll chase that one down. So no balls, 1 strike. Eli Roberts. Eli Roberts going to step back in. Batting .440. Third on the team. This comes in low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right-handed batter, he'll step back in. Eli Roberts. He's also wearing the New Balance cleat. Out of the set. Hiddle, here's the pitch. He's going to pop one. Foul territory, right side. Gus Sandberg giving it a good look. And it might have did. It got out of play. Be tracked down by about a 4, maybe a 5 or 6-year-old, maybe 5. That's going to entice him to want to play the game. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. He'll step back in. Eli Roberts working from the stretch. Nobody on. Primarily thought of as a relief pitcher. That's Chase Hiddle. Out of the set. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Outside low, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chase Hiddle, 6'3", 205. He's a sophomore by class. Chase Hiddle, this is his first outing of the season. Out of the set. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Outside edge, froze him up, struck him out. He'll go down looking. So with 1 out, next batter going to step in. Brody was able to check there. Number 17 started this game as the pitcher, 4-hitter. That's very Column playing first base. Here comes the pitch from Hiddle. Inside half, strike called. No balls, 1 strike. Barry Collum, left-handed batter, left-handed pitcher, started this game. Out of the set for Hiddle. Here comes the pitch. Strike called right at the kneecap. Down meridian. Count goes 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Peering in, looking at signals. Chase Hiddle, sophomore pitcher. Here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strikes him out. He'll go down swinging. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The next batter going to step in. We're going to see the 5-hitter, number 18, Bruce Landis. Bruce Landis, he is the catcher. Right-handed batter, he'll step in. Bruce Landis, 7 games, 23 plate appearances, 20 at-bats. First pitch comes in high for ball 1. Bruce Landis, batting average of .450. On-base percentage, .522. While it's set, here comes the pitch from Hiddle. Swung on, you're going to pop it to right field. Going to back him up a little bit. That's Hayden Keller. He'll make the catch. And that's 3 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So working right there. And I guess the Knights came up with 1 run in the 6th. My error again. Got a few things going on here. Apologize for that again. After 6 complete, Central Catholic 5, Riverton Parke 1. So they're going to get ready if they're on the pitcher's rubber. We're going to see a different pitcher pitching here for Riverton Parke. And work from the stretch to begin with also. So they're playing a little. That's number 10 out of the pitcher's rubber, Jackson Weil. He comes over from third base. Jackson Weil is going to enter the game. He's pitched in 6 2/3 innings this season. He's allowed 5 hits. He's allowed 5 runs. 4 of those runs were earned. He has walked 12. He has struck out 5. This is appearance number 3, and he does have 2 complete games. He has faced 37 batters. He has thrown a total of 150 pitches entering this game. So he's throwing his first warm-up tosses right here in the top of the 7th inning. First batter for the Knights is going to be number 12, Alex Schumer. Alex Schumer going to step in. And while we have a minute, we'll mention number 3. Number 3 in the nation in batting average at .708. Number 11, he's a freshman. Freshman batter, Jaden Bandy. He's from Biggs, California. He's a first baseman, a right-handed pitcher, and a third baseman. As mentioned, 15 games, .708 batting average. He's 6'3", 185. Just a freshman. On base percentage of .741. 54 plate appearances. 48 at bat. He has scored 28 runs. He's got 34 hits on the season. 24 singles, 9 doubles, 1 triple, has not homered. He plays varsity basketball. He's a center, wears number 21. He plays varsity football. He also wears number 21. He's a 3-sport athlete. He's a freshman. And then that is Jaden Bandy from Biggs, California. We're stepping in. Alex Schumer. From the stretch, now the set. Here comes a pitch from Weil outside of ball. Jackson Weil pitching here in the 7th inning. In the batter's box is Alex Schumer. No balls, so it's going to be 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. A little bit tall, ball 2. The wind's picking up a little bit. Alex Schumer, left-handed batter. 2 balls, no strikes. Out of the stretch, set. Here's the pitch. Just run up the glove, back to the screen. Count goes 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes. So Alex Schumer might have the Jake sign. He might not. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So Schumer draws a walk. He'll be at first base. And next batter going to step in. It's going to be the 2-hitter, number 3, L.J. Whitford. L.J. Whitford on the season, 16 plate appearances, 14 at-bats, batting .357. He's a sophomore, .438 on base percentage. 5 hits, they're all singles. That's entering this game. Got 3 RBI. He scored 4 runs. 1 base on balls. He's been hit by pitch once. Stolen base, just 1. And he has reached on air 1 time. Right-handed batter's box. We're going to stretch. Now the set. Here comes the pitch. Above the zone, ball one. So 1 ball, no strikes. Step back in. L.J. Whitford, right-handed batter. Runner at first base is Alex Schumer. Here comes the pitch. Inside edge, strike call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Steps 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Not many signals. A hand clap signal from third base coach Tim Bourdonnais. Working from the stretch. Now the set. Here comes the pitch. Upstairs, he's laid off of it. Count goes 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Top of the 7th inning. Knights in front, 5-1. Now the set. Here's the pitch. Right down meridian, strike call. Wanted to see one. Count goes 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. L.J. Whitford steps back in. Looking at first base. Now out of the set. Here comes the pitch from Weil outside a ball. They're going to throw a quick throw down to first base. Back safely, head first, is Alex Schumer. And Bruce Landis playing pretty good attention, I should say. 24, Jackson Blevins, home plate catcher. So stepping back in, L.J. Whitford. Out of the set. Here's their pitch from Weil. Ground ball back up the middle. Hit the glove of Weil. They're going to step on second. Shortstop gets the out. Nice play at second base. That was Eli Roberts, shortstop, stepping on second, getting the force out. Jogging off the diamond now is Alex Schumer. Well, I should take that back. There was a pinch runner for Schumer. And I apologize. I didn't bring, at least I haven't found my other 2 rosters here. Pretty windy day. Doing what we can. For 1 out. Stepping in. The 34. Isaiah Hopkins. First pitch down low for a ball. And L.J. Whitford slides in, second base, head first, no throw. Whitford is on base for a fielder's choice. Out of stretch, now the set. Here's the pitch to Hopkins. You're going to pop one right side, foul territory, giving it a good look and going to make the catch. Tagging up from second base. It's a long way to throw it. And I'm sliding in safe at third base is L.J. Whitford. And Isaiah Hopkins will go back to the dugout. And next batter going to step in. It's going to be number 11, Mikey Stapleton. 2 outs on the diamond. Runner at third base for the Knights is L.J. Whitford. Mikey Stapleton, a senior class member. He's a pitcher, shortstop, and a second baseman. He's also listed as a third baseman. Here comes the pitch. Pitch comes in a bit above the zone. Ball 1. Not a hand over fist swingable ball. You can start bad habits by swinging at one of those. And if you're the umpire and you see that happen, you feel bad when he pops out. Here comes the pitch. This comes in high. Ball 2. I've been there. So 2 balls, no strikes. Here and in, looking at signals out of the stretch. Out of set is the pitch from Jackson Weil. Healthy cut, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning. It's a 5-1 ball game. Knights in front. Runner at third base for the Knights is L.J. Whitford. Now the stretch. Now the set position. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Inside half, knee high. Strike called. Count goes 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Step back in. 2-2 count. Out of the set. Jackson Weil. Here's the pitch. You're going to pop one. Center field. Is it going to drop in? Yes. Base hit. Going to be an RBI single off the bat of Mikey Stapleton. Coming in to score from third base is number 3, L.J. Whitford. Next batter in the lineup, going to be Gus Sandberg. Gus Sandberg, right-handed batter, looking for signals. Mikey Stapleton at first base. Right-handed batter facing the righty pitcher. Jackson Wild. Here comes the pitch. Taking off for second base is Mikey Stapleton. He's going to slide in safe, and he'll pop up. He'll pop up on that base just like Lou Brock used to do. And I hope he's okay. We don't want to. Oh, he's a little bit dinged up right there. He's checking himself right there in his right knee. So he might want a pinch runner. Not sure here. Let's nope. He tells coach he's fine. Gives him the thumbs up. They're stepping back in. Gus Sandberg. One ball, no strikes. Out of set. Here comes the pitch from Weil. Swung on, foul ball, back to the screen. One ball, one strike. Check that. One ball, two strikes. No, two strikes. Home plate umpire lets us know. 0-2 count to Sandberg. Working out of the stretch. Peering in, looking at signals. Jackson Weil out of the set. Here's the pitch. He's going to pop one up. Shallow. Left field. Called for by Eli Roberts, the shortstop. And he'll make the catch. A couple of steps out in the grass. So the Knights come up with one run here in the seventh inning. And it's a 6-1 contest. Riverton Parke going to bat in the bottom of the seventh. They're playing a little John Cougar Mellencamp up there, a little Jack and Diane. I tell you what, John Cougar Mellencamp, he is known nationally, probably about every continent. But John Cougar Mellencamp, his first recordings are good. So they're going to get warmed up right there. We're going to see the pitcher's mound right now. We're going to see Tatum Adriano. Back behind the dish again is Isaiah Hopkins. Tatum Adriano has two dark blue bands around both wrists. I suppose that'll be okay. We'll see if the home plate umpire says anything. But he probably won't. It almost blends in with the same tone. That's his skin. They're not dark, they're light. So I don't think they'll say anything. If they were white, he wouldn't have walked out with white ones. So they're getting warmed up right there. Central Catholic taking infield, outfield practice. And again, we'll mention what a field. What a field right here. I showed up and I looked over at the field. I thought, wow, that thing looks good. Got the nice green grass. It is cut nicely around the dirt and the grass. And at home plate, the cut around the plate here is probably about 30 feet left to right, 30 feet top to bottom, and it is cut in the shape of a home plate. It is nicely done. Athletic director and baseball coach in this game is Charlie Roberts. And then on the Central Knights side, it's also athletic director and baseball coach Tim Bourdonnais. So we did deal with that. And Bishop Chittard, their athletic director, was also their assistant athletic director and head coach. So we're going to pitch right here in the ball game. We're going to see number 28, Tatum Adriano. Tatum Adriano going to step in. He's got one out he has recorded so far this season. That's all. Here comes the pitch. Squaring the bunt. He'll put a bunt down. Out in front of the plate, picked up by Adriano. He'll throw to first base. And he'll throw a strike to Gus Sandberg. There's one out. We'll mention Tatum Adriano. This is his second game appearance. He has faced 3 batters. 11 pitches is all he threw right there in that 1/3 of an inning. So here comes a wind in the pitch from Adriano. Outside edge, strike call. In the batter's box, number 24, Jackson Blevins. Jackson Blevins, right-handed batter. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes 0-2. Jackson Blevins, where's number 24? All 7 games he's played in. 21 plate appearances, 16 at-bats. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch. Off to going to be actually a foul tip in the glove, and Isaiah Hopkins cleans it for strike 3. So 2 outs on the diamond. Stepping in, going to bat for Riverton Parke, number 13, Mark McDonald. sophomore athlete, first baseman, outfielder, 6 foot 155. He's gonna swing away. First pitch, foul ball, right side, and that first base coach trying to get out of the way, or he's trying to catch it. It goes on into the corner. So no balls, one strike. Here's the wind and the pitch. Inside half, strike call. Count goes 0-2. Working from the windup, Tatum Adriano. Here comes the wind and the pitch. High and outside, ball one. One ball, two strikes. Number 13, Mark McDonald, sophomore athlete for Coach Charlie. Charlie Martin, head coach for Riverton Parke. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Pitch is a little bit upstairs. It was not swingable as a handover fifth swing. That's a good no call. So count goes 2-2. Looking from the windup, Tatum Adriano. Here comes the pitch. Outside half, strike three. They'll go down looking, and Tatum Adriano will walk off the field. And that's going to complete tonight's ball game. Final score tonight: Central Catholic Knights 6, Riverton Parke Panthers 1. And we do thank you for tuning in. We thank you for being here, at least as a listener. And I will remind you that Central Catholic will play again tomorrow. Tomorrow night, they're going to play their game at Benton Central. It'll be a 6 o'clock start. It will be a Hoosier Conference West Division matchup. So they'll play tomorrow away and then Wednesday at home against Benton Central. Both games scheduled to start at 6 p.m. We thank you for tuning in. We thank the hospitality of the Department of Athletics right here at Riverton Parke. We thank you for listening. And we're going to bow out of here right now. We're going to probably talk to Coach Bourdonnais here in just a bit. If you'll stay tuned, we'll mention no matter if you're home or away, if you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let him go. Keep the fire burning. First game now, we're going to talk to Coach Bourdonnais. Coach Bourdonnais, beautiful field, beautiful day to play baseball.
Yeah, it was. It's a good 80-degree day in April. You'll take it any day of the week. So, I thought we came out and LJ hit a big fly in the first inning, kind of got us on the board. Then after that, we were just so at the plate the rest of the day. Caden ran into one late. But the story of the game was our pitchers. They really threw well. Vince first outing for him this year. Five really strong innings. Then our two relievers came in and just dominated Chase Hiddle and Tatum Adriano. So real pleased with those two, the way they finished the game out.
Yeah, today you got three more games this week. Tomorrow night you're going to start Hamilton. I should say Hoosier Conference West Division at Denton Central.
Yeah, actually, it's a 4 game. It's five game week for us because we have two Saturday at Crawfordsville. So yeah, it's a big week for us. And we let one get away last week at Twin Lakes in the conference, so we can't slip up anymore. So we got to take care of business tomorrow. And going up to Denton Central, you never know what the conditions are going to be. So got to be ready for anything.